I've noticed in comments from other videos that some people find my voice too soft, so I'm going to try really hard to be louder today. So today, making this lovely baby blanket, lightweight, brilliant for spring or summer. It's a very easy 2-row repeat pattern. I use a double knit weight 3 yarn and a 4mm hook. Let's get going. To make your starting chain, you work in multiples of 6 plus 5. And then you start in the 8th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you make a single crochet. And then chain 2. Skip 2 chains. And in the next you make a double crochet. Chain 2, skip 2 and make a single crochet. And that's the repeat. You're always chaining 2 in between the stitches and you're alternating single, double, single, double, single, double. So I've just made a single, skip 2, make a double, chain 2, skip 2, make a single. So I shall meet you towards the end of this row. So towards the end of the row, you'll have 3 chains left after making a single crochet. You'll chain 2 and into the last chain work a double crochet. And you'll know you're on the right track when you finish up with a double crochet. And that is how your first row looks. For row 2, you chain 1 and turn your work. And then into the single crochet from the row below, we're going to make 5 double crochets. Then, excuse me, then into the double crochet from the row below, make a single crochet. And that's the repeat all the way along. Into the single crochets from the row below, you make 5 double crochets. And into the double crochets from the row, excuse me, the row below, you make a single crochet. So I shall meet you towards the end of this row. So at the end of the row, you'll have made your 5 double crochets into the last single crochet of the row below. And then you're going to finish off into the turning chain. You're going to skip 2 and then make a single crochet. And that is row 2. For row 3, you chain 5, turn your work, and then into the 3rd double crochet from the row below, make a single crochet. Chain 2 and into the single crochet from the row below, work a double crochet. Chain 2 and into the 3rd double crochet from the row below, make a single crochet. And that's the repeat. You're making a single crochet into the middle double crochet from the 5, and then a double crochet into the single. This is the back of the work. I'll show you from the front, just in case it's a wee bit easier to see. So you've got your 5 double crochets, you make a single crochet into the middle one, then a double crochet into the single crochet, then a single crochet into the 3rd double crochet into the middle one, and you're always chaining 2 in between each stitch. Okay, so you'd be chaining 2, working a double crochet, chaining 2, working a single, chaining 2, working a double, chaining 2, working a single. I'll meet you towards the end of this row. So towards the end of this row, you'll have made a single crochet into the 3rd double crochet from the wee fan below, chain 2, and you finish off with a double crochet into the single crochet from the row below. There. Now, what you do next is you're going to repeat rows 2 and 3 until your work is the length you want it, but finish with a row 2, so you've got the scalloped edge. So I'll make a few more rows until I've got a wee square, and then I'll meet you back and I'll show you the options for finishing off. I'm working on the last row of this sample, but one of the options for finishing the blanket that I wanted to show you, and one that I rather like and have made one like this, is just to finish off with a row 3. So you've got this little effect going along the top, down the sides and along the bottom. So it's an edgeless blanket, and I like that one. But I'll finish off my final row working a row of row 2 with the 5 double crochets, alternating with the single crochets, and show you another option. So finishing with a row 2 gives you this scalloped edge at the top of your work, and then your options for finishing your blanket would be to work a row of the shell stitches alternating with the single crochets on all 3 sides, but obviously when you would come to do the bottom edge, the shell stitches would be upside down, and to my eye it doesn't quite look right, but if you like it, then go for it, each to their own. But what the last blanket I made like this, the way I did it was I worked the alternating shell stitches and single crochets down the sides, and single crochets all along the bottom, but obviously up to yourself. So to work the shell stitches down the sides, you want to work a single crochet and then a single crochet into the corner, and then what you're going to do is you're going to work into the ends here, just wherever feels right to you, all the way down. So I would go in here and work 5 double crochets, and 5, and then work a single crochet, and just repeat that all the way down the side. Work your corner with 2 single crochets, and then, as I say, either do a single crochet along the bottom, or if you want to do the shell stitch alternating with a single crochet, grand, but just remember that they'll be upside down, and then alternating the shell stitch and the single crochet all the way back up the other side. Right, I shall finish off how I'm going to do this edging and meet you towards the end. So there we are. I worked the single crochets at the bottom and the shell stitches up the sides, finished with a slip stitch. And to sew in my ends, I always like to use a pointy ended needle because I like to split the yarn as I go, because I find that that holds on to the ends better. You know how sometimes, maybe this doesn't happen to you, but it used to happen to me, that the ends would pop out. Whereas if you use a pointy needle and split the yarn as you go, I find it holds on to it better. But there we are. So that's how I would do it, obviously in a few directions, and finish off. Right, I hope you have a go. I hope you enjoy it. And do you know what? I think this might be quite nice in a baby bonnet. I'll maybe think about making a wee baby bonnet. So I couldn't help myself. I've started making a wee bonnet with this stitch to match the blanket. I'll maybe make a video showing making the bonnet. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye bye now.